rock station. Planetzlive, putting on another hour of back-to-back rock and roll. Now.
The Internet, miracle of science.
Listen to Planetzlive commercial free.
Oh my goodness!
Download the free Live 365 app.
Gee whiz.
Search Planetzlive.
That's it.
Planetzlive.
And it is glorious!
The rock station.
The current temperature at RDU.
It's 71 degrees. Live on Planetzlive. Live from Audio Scribe Studios. This is the Graes on Under the Radar. It is Planetzlive and DJ Styles live tonight with Under the Radar. Mike Daniel joining us, and the Graes live from Whiteville, North Carolina, shall we say, down in Whiteville, North Carolina. Audio Scribe Studios, ladies and gentlemen. Our second show, Mike Daniel.
Yes, and I'm glad that we finally got to it.
I know it took a while, but I'm very excited about who we've got on the show tonight for sure. I was putting in the music earlier, and I told myself, now we got something.
These guys are good, man.
Now we got something. Now we got something, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Michael, tell us who you have in the studio with you this evening in Audio Scribe Studio.
I have CJ. Say hey, CJ.
What's up, y'all? This is CJ Gray.
CJ Wahanan.
What happened?
And then his wife, Cassie, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cassie, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. And where are you guys from?
Oh, you want me to answer this one?
Yeah, where are you guys?
We haven't fully figured out how we want to go about, like,
Once
who
upon a
answers
time
what.
in China.
And it's also a very loaded question. We live in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, the band is from Wilmington, or you two are the band, right? Are there other folks, or just you two?
Yeah, man.
We do have a band. We are the core of the band, and it's interesting because our bassist is from where we are right now, but he doesn't say Whiteville. He says Wavell.
Waffle.
So
Waffle.
we're like, what's a waffle? But
Waffle. Well, I live in Waffle, North Carolina.
So yes, our bassist is originally from here, moved to Myrtle Beach. Now he's in Wilmington with us. Our guitarist is in Winston-Salem.
Oh, wow.
And then our drummer is in Charlotte. So.
How do you get together to practice? Now, see,
we do it the day of. It
we
doesn't
do it
go,
the day before or the day of a show.
Yeah, it's not our favorite way
are
to do
you
it,
able
but we do it.
now? I don't know. You guys ever heard of the internet? When you get on that
yeah.
internet, are you able to practice virtually? Like, can you, or is it the delay too much?
We don't practice virtually, but that's how we found them. They were our best example of online dating. Yep, we found all of our band members through the internet.
Yeah.
What kind of ad? Now, what kind of ad did you put up for, let's say, a guitar player? Who's the guitar player?
Honestly, we did put up an ad looking for a guitar player, and of course, we got all the dudes that can play guitar, quote unquote. And when we did hey, play to this, it wasn't really vibing well with our style. So
How do you tell someone it's not working out? Like when you're
honestly, if you want the real answer, you
The
just
gray
don't
way is
respond.
just to ghost them.
What do you? I mean, but when you're trying out there and you're jamming a little bit, do you just kind of say, you know what? What do you?
It's
What do you?
not for us.
Honestly,
Honestly, you needed everyone who's listening to this. If you're in a predicament like this, if you're in a position like this, you should do the right thing, which is not what we do, but just be honest with them because they're going to keep going out and trying, and the reality just may be they're not quite fit for it.
We think you have a really great heart.
Yeah.
We love your hair.
Oh, don't hit him with the heart line. Oh, man.
Now, was there
No,
someone who was trying out for the band that's memorable? That of course it didn't make it. So was there someone who stands there like, remember when that guy came and?
No, I wouldn't say there's anything like that. I do know we had someone who they went through and we had a Google form we put together, and someone went through and filled everything out, and they sent us 300 videos of them performing live, and it was literally like vacation Bible school videos of this real he was probably in his 40s or 50s, so he's not old by any means, but he was playing drums for these 8-year-old kids for these VBS things, and he was just going ham on the drum set and
They
not
thought I
the
was
right vibe.
good.
Yeah, that was not the vibe, and I'm like, hey bro, thanks so much for sending this over, but we went a different direction.
So you guys are married.
Yes,
and
that is correct.
Only on the days
and
that ended
I'm assuming, because I don't know, and I purposely don't ask a lot of questions before we go on because I like to be naturally curious. I'm assuming you guys knew you played music before you got married.
It was a Russian roulette. We said, I hope he's not tone deaf.
Dude, you got to stop saying things like that.
So I'm
I don't
assuming.
know what's up with me. After 8 p.m., I'm wild.
Fair enough. It's Red Bull drinks you're drinking.
We met leading worship at a church up in Maryland. There was a campus in Maryland and a campus in PA. I lived in Maryland, she lived in PA, and we would, we would have services at the same campus every once in a while. And I saw her and pursued her, and she ghosted me for 6 months.
What's crazy though is I heard about this guy.
She thought you were a guitar player.
Yeah,
oh,
literally.
You are.
Right.
Honestly,
She's like, you're one of those guitar players. Okay.
No, but here's the thing. I was also on staff at this church, so I was very busy. And I heard about this guy, CJ. He had been at the church before he left, was coming back. And I was like, oh, man, this is that guy with the pop career. I was like, oh, I don't really have time to, like, get to know him. But I was like, oh, it's fine. And then I realized we were on the same weekend.
Right.
And that was the weekend I did not practice. And I was like, oh, crap. Now I'm going to be sucking in front of this actual musician.
Well, I was the band director.
Yeah, he was the band director.
So
and
I
once
would
you know,
know.
I got up to the piano and I just hit all the keys because I wasn't sure which ones to hit. And he was like, that's my girl.
That's exactly how it went. That's exactly word for word.
Now, and I'm assuming I was in a band in high school. I can't say much about it because we weren't all that good. I don't have like a lot of stories, but what little I do have, I have stories. But anyways, I'm assuming that being at home and married, you would say, hey, I got you a call someone. Hey, I got this cool riff. Come in here. Like, do you do some of that? Like, come listen to this riff. You do that?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start off this one. I'm sure she's gonna have something to say about this, but I am like the zealous, like super overly enthusiastic person in the band. So I'm usually writing songs at 11 p.m. while we're trying to eat dinner because our lives are chaotic.
Right.
And my wife will get super annoyed whenever she gets home from work and dinner hasn't been made and I'm sitting on the couch with a guitar. But it's usually because we have like a cool idea that just popped up or something like that. And
Right.
I was gonna say, like, when we first got together, we shared an Evernote account and we share like all of our notes back and forth, and like 25% of our text messages are just like voice messages and note concepts of songs.
Yeah.
But there's two things that I do not like being interrupted. That's my sleep and my meals. And this boy, he'll like come down, like I'm like, hey, dinner's ready in 2 minutes. He's like, okay, this is a great time to pick out the guitar. Let's start a brand new song, and
Right.
we cannot eat until we finish the chorus. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Any good song?
enthusiastic.
Any of your great songs come from that moment that you've made so far? Like this song is like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just wrote one last week that was he was like, I know you're hangry, but like if you both push through, he's like, if you both push through, and then we'll be able to eat to celebrate. I was like, shut up.
Eat to celebrate.
honestly, eat to celebrate, dude. We're musicians, man. We're starving, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I would say out of the stuff that we have released right now, the one that sticks out the most from just like my annoying habits would be Figure It Out.
We're going to play that one coming up in just a second.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Yeah, that's one that came from, we were literally in the living room trying to like just chill, and I picked up the guitar and she was like, are you serious? We're about to eat dinner. And
No, we literally got a new sound system, and we're like, let's practice. And then he came up with the chord progression, and we had a really bad draft. And then we put it down, walked away. I was in the bathroom and I heard him like writing lyrics, and then that's where Figure It Out came from. I was like, whoa,
So-
that's what happens when you're persistent.
So CJ, you are the lead guitar, rhythm guitar.
Yeah, so I do most of the rhythm guitar,
Right.
just because I'm equally singing with Cass. So
Right.
I'll play acoustic and do a lot of rhythm. A few songs I'll play a little bit of lead, some lead parts that I wrote that are really personal for me,
Right.
and I'll play electric guitar for those. But
And,
yeah, typically
and
rhythm.
Cassie, do you play any instruments as well? The piano, you said?
I can play piano, a little bit of ukulele. I was demoted, but I have a growth plan for the shaker and percussion. And
Good old standbys.
Yep.
yeah, and I'm mostly here just for the wit.
So Cassie, mostly you are vocal, is that right?
Yes.
And I understand that I thought I overheard you guys talking before we went on that people say you always sound like someone.
Yeah, but it's someone different every time, and I never knew who they are.
What's
so,
the wildest person someone said you sound like?
See, this is the problem. Someone told me the other
Elvis.
month. It's definitely Elvis.
My son droll too.
No, there is some lady, and I looked her up. Some lady at the bar was like, "You remind me of this jazz singer that I've heard." I don't know who she is because I'm not from that time period. And I'm like, CJ, is that a real person? He's like, yeah. But it was a jazz singer.
I feel like she's gotten that. She's gotten Phoebe Bridgers a couple times. There's a few people that obviously right now they're not jumping out at me, but it's always super interesting because Mike did it when we got here today. It's just like every single time someone hears her voice, which she's got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
They always have some famous or like really super talented person to compare her to, and I'm just CJ.
I'm like, let me Google that.
Yeah, and she doesn't even know who they are. She's like you don't deserve this high praise. You don't even know who these people are.
No. We're going to do Figure It Out from the Graes. You want to tell us about that track?
Yeah, man. Like Cass said, we were trying out a new sound system. We were going to start playing some gigs around town, and we started playing this chord progression. And it's funny because a lot of our songs now, like years later, have this similar chord progression. But really loved it. Really liked the idea of writing a song about being in the DTR, the define the relationship status part of a relationship. And Cass and I were there when we first started talking, where it was kind of like, what are we? We need to figure this out.
Yeah.
So we wrote a song about it, and
Nice.
people seem to like it.
Right. Pretty. This is an older song, I take it then.
Yeah, this song came out in 2021?
Yeah, this
I
is
wanna
like
say-
our.
Okay.
Not too old. We're brand. Our band started. The Graes started in 2020, and I think we released this song in 2021.
Like outside of our vows, this is our second
like real release.
song
yeah.
we released.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. It's called Figure It Out from the Graes. This is Under the Radar. Me, Mike Daniel, live from Audio Scribe Studios with the Graes. It's Figure It Out right now.
I might be overwhelmed. I may not be myself. This world may be just a little crazy. Maybe you're bad for my health. You've got a way for taking my breath, taking all the sense from my head, hanging on to every word that you said. 'Cause I'm in the palm of your hand. Maybe we should stop pretending. Maybe everything will be just fine. Maybe we should stop saying maybe. I think I like you. I know I do. I know we've got issues, but I like those too. And head over heels, my heart's on my sleeve. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out.
Now one for taking chances. You said just jump, there'll be no risk. These clouds that paint the sky bring tears if you and I go breaking hearts and souls like this. Do we really need to talk about it?
You've got a way for taking my breath, taking all the sense from my head, hanging on to every word that you said. 'Cause I'm in the palm of your hand. Maybe we should stop pretending. Maybe everything will be just fine. Maybe we should stop saying maybe. I think I like you. I know I do. I know we've got issues, but I like those too. And head over heels, my heart's on my sleeve. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. Figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think I like you, I know I do. My whole world would be lost without you. You're my one, I'm yours too. I think I like you, I know I do. I know we've got issues, but I like those too. And head over heels, my heart's on my sleeve. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think I like you, I know I do. I know we've got issues, but I like those too. And head over heels, my heart's on my sleeve. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. I think we should figure it out, figure it out, figure it out.
It is Planetzlive Live. It is Under the Radar. Me, Mike Daniel, live from Audio Scribe Studios. Back in a moment with the Graes and live music on Planetzlive Live. Thanks so much for listening. 919-289-9001 on the text. This is the Graes and Love Again, Under the Radar.
What good is your love if you question every word that she says? Second guessing. You made me feel like I was the one, but I know you played this game before. All these promises made and they vanished.
Planet Z Live. It is Under the Radar. That is Love Again from the Graes, a double shot there of the Graes, and Figure It Out. Started with that one, Figure It Out on Planet Z Live, Under the Radar. I love that song.
It's an awesome song, man.
I love that. I love that. What a nice vibe. How did you come up with your vibe? Like, how did you hone in on the sound? Like, this is what we're after. How did you hone in on that?
That's a fantastic question. One that we are still trying to figure out, man. It's almost like, like that whole saying, sometimes you just strike gold.
Right.
I think that when you're in a room with some creative people and you have an idea that's a good idea, not to pump ourselves up, but you have an idea that's a good idea.
Right.
It's not hard to take a good idea and make it better. And so I think the vibe was kind of already there with the inspiration behind that one, which was just kind of like easy listening, kind of like a pop, indie, folk style song with some organic elements. And I think all of it just kind of glued together nicely.
Have you kind of kept the same vibe since you started, or has it kind of drifted a little bit more here and there to anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think Figure It Out and Love Again are very much experimental in terms of CJ came from a pop background and I came from like a deep love of folk esque music, and so we're like, let's start a duo, let's make it a folk pop. We're like, is that even a genre? And so it's been it's really been within the last year that we've really honed in on like what direction we want to go with our sound and what that looks like, because when you kind of make your own genre, you're like, well, what does that even mean? And so Figure It Out and Love Again were very like easy listening, like a teenager or an adult could play in their bedroom, and really enjoy it. And so, tuning into the natural things that we like in music and the drums and the small little effects and the layers, those were all very to the core of definitely who CJ is and things that I can respect because I can't do it. And just all those really cool things. And we brought in a really great producer who,
where did you record?
This was in
Virginia.
Yeah,
I was going to say, Figure It Out. All of our music starts in our home studio.
Right.
We've got a kind of a full-fledged studio built in our third bedroom.
Right.
And then we move everything from the studio to Luray, Virginia for this particular one. Old bassist for Forever the Sickest Kids. His name is Austin Bello. He reached out to me back whenever I was doing solo work, and he was like, dude, I would love to get you in the studio and work with you. I'd worked with a couple of pretty big name producers out in LA, and so my name kind of got drifted in his direction. And me, in typical CJ fashion, never texted him back for like 3 years. And finally,
red flag.
Cass, that's my big red flag. Cass and I started the band, and he had just randomly texted me like a month after we started the band. I was like, actually, I got a new project I'm working on, and would love to see what you think. And we were just kind of telling Mike, we sent him 10 demos of songs we were working on. And he went through and he's like, this one's crap, this one's crap, this one sucks, this one's crap. And he got to figure it out. And he was like, yeah, dude, that's what we love about him. He got to figure it out. And he was like, this one's good. He said, rewrite the entire thing and send it back to me in a month.
And
so
we literally wrote the second verse still in the studio. We're like, Austin,
yeah, we still didn't have a second
do
verse
this
at that point. Yeah.
Like, do you know how long it took us to get that draft?
So we went in there and he just kind of helped us bring it all together.
What's it like to be, I guess, I only have so much talent. What's it like to be someone who can record and also play what you want to record? Have you had a learning curve on the recording side?
Yeah, man.
Every single day I sit in front of this microphone. It's like a whole other demon jumps out at me, and it's like we can't do anything.
But it's funny because there is that piece to it. But we were kind of chatting with Mike, and we're both still working full-time jobs and whatnot, and we got to a place where it's like, to get the level of the quality that we want and that we currently have, thank God, we needed to be able to either spend a lot of money or figure it out on our own. And so I started producing, I want to say like 8 years ago, and my
jingles, I believe you said.
Yeah.
Tell us
I was
about.
honestly waiting to see how long it was going to be till that got brought up.
Tell us about a jingle. So you're a jingle writer or a performer only, or what?
Well, so I was down and out, and you needed some cash.
Who it nowadays?
Right?
Who it nowadays?
At least I didn't turn to drugs, man. I turned to jingles.
Instead of dancing, I'm making jingles.
He wasn't into the meth.
Yeah.
No, man, I was working like kind of part time. My buddy Timmy Campbell, who actually has a studio called Vocal Link Productions in Charlotte now. Him and I are both from Hagerstown, Maryland, and I was working with him for a while, and a lady just came in and said, "Do you guys do jingles?" And Timmy looked at me and goes, "Yep, we do." And I was like, "What?"
Absolutely.
So I had to write a 30 to 45 second jingle for McCrae Heating and Air.
Do it.
And
Yeah.
my God,
Can you
it was,
give us a little of that?
oh, dude.
That's it. It was like,
it was
no,
literally-
the McCrae
It was like
way.
some piano elements, and it was just like, if your heat goes out and something, something,
yeah.
it's the McCrae way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was back when we were dating. He's like, babe, I have a jingle coming through for an HVAC company. I need your support. I said, I think I'm sick. I'm sorry. And I did not go. I was like, I cannot sit.
That was the loneliest part of my life,
Did
man.
not be there for
jingle,
that.
I lost a lot of friends.
Do you get referrals now for jingles, or is that over?
all the time, man.
Do you?
So
That's a talent,
satisfying
though.
to turn.
That's a
to turn
niche
those
talent.
down.
That's a niche talent.
It is, and it's funny because like I don't do them anymore. I focus a lot of my effort on writing and producing and recording our stuff, and so we've got like a few artists around town that have come through that have recorded in our studio that we have enjoyed working with. It's been a lot of fun, but in terms of just bandwidth, we've kind of stuck with just recording our stuff, and I've had to unfortunately turn down a lot of that jingle work.
What now? Tell me this: what kind of jingle would have come? Did you have one like who's come to you so far? Like, oh, I should have maybe. You got anything like that?
Well,
does anything come to mind?
I think you're
There's
like a
a-
one-hit wonder with jingles, though, right? You
yeah.
did that one. You're like, I'm not doing
No,
that
I did
again.
three. I
Oh,
did three
you?
of them.
Oh, you did three.
I did three of them, and that one is still being aired. This was 2019.
Right.
This was 2019 that I did this, and it's still airing now. And I
That's
remember,
true.
Do you get, like,
randomly
residuals?
I was like randomly on Facebook.
What channel? What
Yeah.
channel?
I have no idea. I was on Facebook, and like this ad popped up, and I was
me.
like, that
was
sounds
me.
like me. Yeah, I was like, that's wild. But
Oh
I
my
did,
God, this is
I
an
was,
HVAC
I was
company in
smart about it though.
Hagerstown.
I was smart about it though. I didn't put my own voice on it. I hired some chick to sing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So you wrote it.
I wrote it. I
You
did all
wrote
the
it.
musical elements of it, but I had some chick come in and sing it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
great.
not putting my voice on this.
He doesn't put it on his resume.
I've never
We
known
don't
a
talk about
jingle
jingles.
maker.
Dude, it's a lost art.
It is. It is. It's a niche talent.
lost
I'd be
art.
all over
I always
that.
think about remember Full House and Uncle Jesse.
Yeah,
doing
yes,
jingles?
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. That's it. That's it.
That
In
is
the
it.
basement.
Yeah, that's what he doing. Wasn't he a jingle maker, Uncle Jesse? Isn't that what he did?
Yeah, they did commercials and jingles.
Yeah.
Think about it. There's a career in that. I'm just not. I don't think I have the. Honestly, this is gonna sound crazy. I don't believe I have the talent to do it.
Well, evidently
It
you
took a
do.
lot
People
out of
bought
me.
it.
Well, it took a lot out of me to do that, man. It's easy to write a pop
Were they
song.
picky? But were they
You are
picky?
a great producer.
Were they
You're
picky?
an awesome producer, and that's what it takes for the commercial stuff.
Honestly, yeah, you got to make something that's like attractive.
Were they
but
picky
corny.
though? Were they picky when they said here?
She-
Or they
yeah,
you
man,
know
it was
what? We
funny.
like it, but can you turn the volume down or something? Did they do any of
It's
that?
so funny that you asked that, man, because like literally this woman knows nothing about music. Like, God bless her. She was a great lady.
Yeah.
Loved working with
Yeah.
her outside of this aspect. She
Yeah.
didn't really understand music, and she's like, I don't know, that just can you do the digga 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 thing more? And I was like, the what? And I'm a drummer, so like that typically makes sense to me. She
Yeah.
was not making any sense. So I was like, that sound isn't even in this song.
Or it's like midway through and they just don't know what to say. They're like, can you just make it sound more like Taylor Swift? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, when she kept saying, she's like, I asked her specifically, I was like, what do you want the jingle to say? Like, what is the point you want driven home? She goes, that we do heating and air. And I was like, well, duh.
That you buy our service.
Like, why are they going to go to you and not, XYZ heating and air?
What's
like,
your slogan?
Yeah, so it was just like, we do it the right way, the McCrae way. And I was like, that's good enough. Let's just go with that.
Appreciate everyone listening tonight to Under the Radar. Lots of listeners tonight. A lot from looks like Pennsylvania. I don't know if you guys know anyone in
Hey, Mom.
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
That's Cass's mom. Hey, mom.
A lot of moms listen. West Virginia, Ohio,
West Virginia.
California. A lot of listeners tonight on Planetzlive Under the Radar.
California.
Yeah,
Hey,
listen, yeah.
Ohio. I
Yeah.
love Buckeyes.
Yeah. Anyways, 919-289-9001 is the studio text. 919-289-9001 if you have a message you'd like to relay or say hello or anything like that. I'll tell you what, let's do a live song now from the Graes.
Heck yeah.
And tell us a little about what you're going to play and yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is actually a new one. We've got a lot of new material. We're steering into the folk side of things a little bit more these days. And so we wrote a song. The song's called Spoilers Love. It's pretty much a love letter to our past selves, letting us know that through all the tough times in life that we're about to go through, we will get through it, and we'll make it through the night.
And you're going to be playing the guitar and vocal, and Cassie's going to be vocal only. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right.
Yeah, still
Yes.
demoted from the shaker.
All right. It's the Graes live from Audio Scribe Studios. Take it away.
Pine moving south. There's nothing here for us but pain and doubt. Don't get me wrong, I'd stay for your family alone. Specifically your mom. Can we convince her to move down with us? It's okay if you're scared. Age won't be that kind to us. The spoilers love will make it through the night. Mouths full of blood from biting our tongues. Cold blue, no air in our lungs. They'll try to keep us down, but they can try. Spoilers love will make it through the night. Spoilers love will make it through.
Pouring rain down 81. This looks like a movie. Watch me as I fade to gray. Crippled by the fear, facing the unknown as I sit there and wonder why. Take a breath, the jury's out. It's okay if this hurts. I won't leave you here alone.
Spoilers love will make it through the night. Mouths full of blood from biting our tongues. Cold blue, no air in our lungs. They'll try to keep us down, but they can try. Spoilers love will make it through the night. Through the night. Joke's on you for thinking we'd tuck tail and run. Scared of your own shadow, you're hiding from the sun. I don't know if you heard last time that we spoke. Your hands were wrapped around my throat. I've settled down now, I found my home. At times we still try not to cry, but spoilers love will make it through the night. Tattoos of the places we've been. Bad news just picking our skin. Dark clouds above the open our eyes. Spoilers love will make it through the night. Through the night. Spoilers love will make it through the night. Spoilers love will make it through the night. Spoilers love will make it through the night.
Nice. I never knew because, you know, I didn't want to nod at me like when you're done.
Yeah, right.
We have no video.
Yeah, that's right. So are they done? And sometimes you start clapping. Oh, we're not done. Man.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that actually happens a lot.
Yeah. My goodness. That's what we're talking about, Mike Daniel. That's what we're
Yes.
talking about. That's now.
Yes.
Now, you know, you got other band members, but the songs, they take on a whole nother life when they're acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They really do, man. We it's funny because a lot of the new stuff that we've written, we've kind of intentionally written it so that way our bassist also plays double bass or upright bass, and so we've written these songs to where we can do a trio where it's just me,
He's wild,
a suitcase kick drum, and an upright bass, and Cassie on ukulele or shaker when she gets that figured out. But We wanted it to be more organic, more just kind of earthy, real life. So
My goodness,
it's nice to strip it down every once in a while.
That's beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. You guys sound really good together.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's almost like their voices completely meld together, like perfectly.
Isn't that something?
Cassie did really good because I definitely played that song in the wrong key. So she
no!
nailed it. That was like 2 keys too high for her, and she nailed it, man.
Oh yeah.
When I started singing, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, I don't know how to adjust this.
I literally mouthed sorry to her in the middle of that song.
That comes from experience playing together, is knowing that you can change the key and still be able to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's just having like trust in your bandmate. Whether it's obviously
Exactly.
for us, it's my wife, but we trust our bandmates to obviously, like we said earlier, we literally don't really get together to practice all that much, and so we really do have to trust that they look. We send a Google Drive with acoustic recordings of the songs, and then the lead sheets and click tracks and whatnot, and just trust that they're professionals. They know what they're doing, and so when we get together, it's just having that.
They're
trust
very
in your
talented
bandmates.
and they're very quick learners, and we just mesh really well. It's a big key to have the right people in the room, not just talent. You know.
Yeah.
So you guys got together during COVID. You started the band pretty much during the COVID.
Yeah, so we
Our wedding day.
Our wedding day was the day that we officially launched the Graes. We played one show before we launched the Graes, and it was under the band name Zace. We were trying to figure out what we wanted to do, and we played one show. We opened up for a touring musician named Josh Morningstar at a local event, and it was really cool. One of our best friends in the entire world plays bass up north as well, one of the greatest bassists that we've ever played with, and he played bass. He's in a band where his drummer played with us, who was also great, and then did a lot of loop pedal stuff, and Cass played a little bit of piano, and it was really fun. And then we decided we were going to write our vows as a song, sing them, and release them on our wedding day. And so that was the day the Graes were born. We went live on Spotify that day. On the back of our wedding, on the little thing you hand out when people come to the wedding was a QR code to the program.
Oh, nice.
The QR code's like, hey, we're getting married, but go stream our new song.
Forget the marriage. Just check out our songs.
Exactly. So it was really cool. We performed them live at our wedding. My entire groomsmen, guys, we were all in the band. My best man plays drums. The guy we just mentioned, Nate, plays bass. My other guy, Ryan, played shaker. And then our other guy at the end was Larry, who played electric guitar. So it was really cool.
So
they all recorded it. They all
we all recorded it together as well.
So what was your first show? So COVID, after things got. What was the first show you played after COVID? You remember?
We did a lot of bar gigs, but I think the first real live show was actually our debut show because
Where
we
was
did
that?
a lot of gigs. Live at Ted's in Wilmington, and it was last year.
It was last
year.
That's a pretty big venue, isn't it?
No.
It's like 60 people.
Yeah.
It depends
It's
on
an
what you mean by
intimate-
big. It's a
But
very
it's a little bit
cool
higher
and,
dollar to get in, right? A little higher dollar.
It's
it
like
was like
$20
$15 or
maybe.
$20. Oh, okay.
No, we got to choose a price. I think we made it like $10.
Oh,
We're
you got
let's
to
make it
choose
easy
the price.
for 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a listening room environment, which we
Oh.
really appreciate because you go to concerts and I've been spilled beer on me multiple times at those concerts, and I'm too short to see anything, and so we really appreciate just the opportunity for people to hear lyrics and what we're actually saying and the meanings of the songs, and it was a really great experience. We had our band come in. And we had Jaron Strom open for us. He was from season 14 or 15 or something like that of The Voice.
Yeah.
So that was our first actual show. The first one we had tickets to. The first one that wasn't background noise. And
So
that
the
was
answer
really
is
fun.
almost 2 years after COVID that we had
Yeah.
our first full
Right.
band live show.
Right.
That's pretty crazy.
That's a good intimate environment.
Yeah.
I think I've played there once.
It's awesome.
And the atmosphere in that place is just really cool. And it's changed a lot since the time that I played too.
We'll be back there October 4th. We're going to be playing with Emily Burdett. She has a voice in the pen that she does every Wednesday. So we're going to be back there October 4th playing a couple of the songs we're playing tonight, actually, some new material, and we're excited about that. We haven't been back to Live at Ted's for a minute now.
Tell the folks how to find you on the internet and where to stream your music.
Yeah, we made it super easy and complicated at the same time. All social media is We Are the Graes, but it's not the way you think it's spelled.
There's
Right.
no Y.
I had to check my spelling.
Graes. Yeah, man.
Graes.
People are always like, Gray, is
Yeah.
it A or E? And I'm like, both.
Yeah.
And they still type Y. As many times as you ask, there's never going to be a Y.
Right.
So
So We Are the Graes, Graes on all social medias, and then
and
just
.com for our website.
.com for the website, and then on streaming platforms, it's just the Graes. Super simple if you know how to spell it.
Albums are on iTunes.
Yep.
And there's no other artist out there with that name, so it comes right up on Spotify.
Where do most people where do most people listen to music nowadays? Is Spotify, is that pretty much where you get a lot of your plays from?
It's so funny, man. We put up a story on our Instagram. We're not very good on social media, by the way, but we try. We always tell people at our shows we're cooler on social media than we are in person.
Right.
And then we're like not present on social media.
And then we're not present on social media, so we're technically lying to everyone. We're just not cool. Period. A hard stop.
Just like our music.
But we put up a poll. We wanted to see where a lot of our listeners were coming from, and it definitely is a lot on Spotify. And then, believe it or not, Apple Music was very, very close second. iTunes is dying off. No one's really downloading music anymore.
Isn't that
Really?
the same thing?
Yeah, they've separated iTunes and Apple Music. Technically, I guess they are the same, but you can still go in and buy an album from iTunes. But Apple Music, you can just stream it if you're paying for the subscription.
I feel like such an old geezer. I don't even know how to use Apple Music.
I have them because our music's on them, but
It's kind of the same way that Spotify is set up.
essentially, yeah.
It's basically just another Spotify, basically. It's
And
just
people-
color different.
Yeah, it's so funny because people will say like, obviously we're Apple users, and so like everyone thinks it's wild that everything we own is Apple except we don't use
same
Apple
here.
Music. Like we use Spotify mostly, but it just seems to be like it's the most user friendly for the artist. We don't make a whole lot of money. We don't make any money. I'm not
Right.
gonna say it in
It's
front.
hard
We
to
don't
make money off of
yeah,
streaming.
we don't make any money off of
Yeah.
streaming,
$0.
but it's easy for us to get music up there. It's easy for us to maintain the back
Right.
end. Your screen went black. So it's one of those things. I'm looking out for you, Mike. I don't want it going black, man.
Danger.
But yeah, man. So yeah, Spotify seems to be the main spot for
Gotcha.
a lot of our listeners. But YouTube is still a thing.
We have some
Bandcamp
like
is still a
unreleased
thing.
songs on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put some stuff up on YouTube for select few.
Right.
But yeah.
Now we're going to play a song called Deep
Oh yeah, man. Let's get deep.
from the Graes. And tell us about this track. Of course, you can find it on the streaming platforms as well, or download it from iTunes. Tell us about this track.
Yeah, so we were sitting on the couch and CJ's like, you know what? I really want to write like an anthem that one day when we're famous, everyone's just singing in the crowd and it's like, that's the one. And I was like, I love that idea.
I
And
totally forgot about that.
yeah,
You're absolutely
and
right.
he's like, and he just kept stomping on the floor, and we lived on the 3rd floor of an apartment at that time. I was like, CJ, you need to like chill. And he was like, I just want something really anthemic. And we're like, yeah, and we talked, he kind of tapped into what music means to us. And there's a lot of times where we felt maybe like there was no one to relate to us, or we're going through a situation where it's like hard to process things. And so, music for us is saying everything that we can't say, in just plain words. And so it really helps us process our emotions and our thoughts. And we're like, you know what, in a couple years when people listen to our music and they feel alone, we want to feel like they at least have a friend in us, even if we've never met them. And
Nice.
so,
Myself, man.
yeah, just, no matter what level you're at, mentally, emotionally, or physically, like, no matter how deep you are in the pits of crap, we're here for you.
There
You
go.
got a friend in me.
Yep.
It's
All right.
basically Toy Story in 2022.
There you go. It's the Graes, and if the computer works out, it's going to be called the track Deep on Planetzlive's Under the Radar. Let's see if it works here. This is it.
That's
Here.
it.
Yeah.
I'll stay by your side. I won't run. I'll keep our heads high. When you won't, I won't let you say goodbye.
These leaves will change their colors, just like I do. There's no longer reason to fear yourself anymore.
So rise up from your grave, make your great escape. You won't ever be the same. Your demons know your name. They're jumped up in your veins. Break free from all your chains. Oh, you won't ever be the same.
Planetzlive, that is the Graes, and the track is called Deep. I'm DJ Styles, joined by Mike Daniel and the Graes live from Whiteville, North Carolina.
Absolutely
tonight.
love their music, man.
It is just feel-good music.
It really is. And it sounds so perfect on the radio.
It just sounds good, just is good. You know?
You guys got me
Enjoy it because
blushing.
we
I
got
didn't
some
even know I had to
depressing
blush.
songs coming next.
It is wonderful. How do you guys,
happy songs out of the way.
how do you guys decide on who decides the set list when you guys go to play?
Dude, it really is a collaborative effort between Cass and I.
Right.
It's we first
Pick a coin. Flip it.
right. Honestly, that has happened. We've gotten to the point now in our career where we've got a lot of songs. When we first started off, we were like throwing a bunch of covers in, like songs from my old career. We were throwing because we just didn't have enough
Jingles.
material. Dude, who wouldn't catch me dead playing one of them?
It takes up 10 seconds of our set.
Right. It doesn't really help at all. But we got to the place where we have so much music now, thankfully, that we kind of go off of vibes. So if we're doing like listening room environment, we go for the more folky stuff. We've got a pretty big show where we're playing full band in Charlotte coming up in a couple months, and we'll do more of like the Figure It Outs, the Deeps, the Four Leaf Clovers, those like more high energy songs, pump a crowd up. So a lot of times we're on the same wavelength. Cassie's starting to write a lot more now, so I'm really excited about adding more songs that she sings primarily to the
Now
set
she's
list.
starting to write more. Where do you draw your inspiration from lately? Maybe lately, where do you get it?
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was just like our personal life, but we kind of, or like I personally hit this wall where it's like, I don't know how to write a song. It's like, my life's boring. No one wants to hear
Are you
about
just
me
writing
living at
lyrics or the
home.
music with it?
Just normally the concept.
Okay.
And like every once in a while I get this like fortune cookie phrase. I'm like, oh, that could be something. And we really are each other's like drawing board. We like take it to each other and workshop it. And as of lately, we've really just kind of tapped into just storylines that we haven't lived, but it's maybe a friend who's lived it, or we saw it in a movie, or because we're like, well, we're like married people. We're not like out, doing crazy wild things. We're in bed at like 9 p.m. every night. Like, what's exciting about that? So we really just tap in from the stories of people around us as well. So
Yeah, the fun thing has always been like mixing our life and with like some stuff that we've experienced, like other people going through.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we've got some new songs that are coming up that are like about breakups, and we want to make sure it's clear. Like Cass and I's relationship is fine, but
Yeah.
we are surrounded by relationships that aren't fine.
Gotcha.
So kind of like mixing in like some feelings that we've had and breakups in the past with other people, with like maybe a friend who's going through something right now, and someone might be going through the same thing. They can relate to.
Now I've got a question for you. And when I was in a high school band, I guess this is somewhat true. I remember practicing in the garage and whatnot, and you feel fine. But when you get out in front of some people, how do you overcome, or maybe you don't have a problem? Do you have a problem with any kind of stage fright, or being on stage? Do you have any trouble with that, or did you have trouble with that?
A little bit. I mean, if you knew me like growing up, I hid behind my mom, and like people, they would have to talk to me for them to respond, but even then I wouldn't respond. I was so introverted, but something about like I got involved in music at the church. Somehow being on stage for music was fine. If you asked me to public speak in front of someone, I'll probably fall over. But
Right.
there's just something about this click in my brain that like when we're performing, it's just different.
She's a different
I'm like,
person. It's so cool to watch.
I'm actually way more afraid of like crowds of like 5 people than I am of 500 people.
Really? Why is
It's
that? you
really
think?
weird. I have no idea, and if you have the answer for me, I would love to know, because it makes no sense to me. I don't know if it's because like they could maybe hear imperfections more, or if it's just like a more vulnerable, like intimate setting.
Right.
As I just raged on how much I love listening room settings, like I love them too. I don't know. It's just something about it. Like right now, any type of emotion we feel is more like this, like anxiousness, excited to play. It's never like, oh, I'm scared.
Right.
I think the only time I was really scared was when we played Waco, Texas, because I'm like, this is Chip and Joanna.
I was about to
this
say
house.
that was my favorite show to watch her come alive, because like I had laryngitis. This is the biggest show of our career. We were opening for Johnny Swim. We're in Waco, Texas, Magnolia, like the famous Chip and Joanna Gaines, and we're playing their celebration. And the whole 20-hour drive down, I don't have a voice at all, like zero. And at the time, I was just leading 90% of our songs, and so Cass had to step up as kind of like the band leader and really engage with the crowd and all the stuff. And I'm not going to say that I was worried, because I don't think I was. Cassie's always been kind of like a clutch player.
Yeah.
And she literally, she blew me away. She was addressing the crowd. Usually I would ask her to speak while I'm tuning, and she would literally look at me and say no. And
She's like, can you talk? I'm like, no, thank you.
she's just like backing away from the mic, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You can sing in front of all these people, but you won't talk to them?
Fair enough.
But she really turned on a different side of her, and it was really cool to watch, and she really carried the team that day.
Well,
I think the
tell you what.
numbers. I think the numbers where it's like the biggest crowds I think that gets your adrenaline moving
It does.
so much that it's like you don't even think about it anymore.
Like, I didn't have
Maybe
a voice,
love
but I still had so much fun just yelling the lyrics.
Yeah. I mean, we just love performing, and like that's where we come alive. And so doing that, it's just really fun.
Yeah.
Well, let's do another live song. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so this next one is also sort of newer. This is a couple months old. This song is called When the Time Is Right, and kind of going back to what we were just talking about with, writing about other people's things. Like, this is just a song about two people who just kind of met at the wrong time.
All right.
They weren't supposed to be together, and maybe they'll reconvene when the time's right. So,
Let's do it now on Under the Radar.
Sounds good. All your bullets ricochet off my skin when you're afraid of losing what we fought so hard to say. All your tears that paint the house in a clear coat of doubt of what tomorrow brings for you and me. I'll shut the door on my way out. Be still, don't you know? You'll thank me when I'm gone. By the time the rising sun sets on the other side. As the dark holds you tonight, I know it's cold. Maybe one day we'll coincide when the time is right. When the time is right. Shadows will dance across the room. Take your time, it's been too soon. Find me when you're through. Time stands still in solitude. Shadows will dance across the room. Take your time, it's been too soon. Find me when you're through. Time stands still in solitude. Still, don't you know? Oh, thank me when I'm gone. By the time the rising sun sets on the other side. As the dark holds you tonight, I know it's cold. Maybe one day we'll coincide when the time is right. When the time is right. When the time is right. No, when the time is right. When the time is right.
Da-doom. My
Very
goodness.
nice.
How you want?
Very nice.
No, that's just relaxing music. People relax when they're at your show, I guess.
Yeah. When we're playing like this acoustically, man, it is a nice, like, just vibey.
I'm sure the dog in the kitchen fell asleep.
It's just wonderful. Yeah, it's just great. Just a,
The full band stuff, man, it gets you going.
that's true. That's true. Because you got a drummer and all that going.
Yeah, man, it gets pretty crazy. We love the fact that we have different vibes, though. We didn't want to be that band that would play our songs acoustically and it just be like super out of place.
Yeah.
We wanted to be that band where if someone hired us for like a wedding, or if someone hired us for like, you know, just easy listening, like we do a lot of So Far sound shows, which is like it's a listening room environment where it's really chill for a lot of those shows. And so being able to show up with this vibe. But then also there's a bar in Wilmington called the Eagles Dare, and they do free concert Fridays. And like they have this full stage with a full sound system out there on Friday nights. And like we come out there and we have the band ready to just rip and rave. So.
Yeah, we'll add like jam sessions.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of
places.
fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you guys playing next?
So yeah, we've got the Live at Ted's Voice in the Pen show on October 4th. We've got a secret So Far show in Raleigh on October 14th. And then we've got another secret So Far show in Charlotte on the 26th. The 14th is a more stripped down set, kind of like this. We'll have our double bassist with the upright bass and the suitcase drum for the 14th, and then we'll be full band live in Charlotte on the 26th.
Now tell the folks again where to find you on the internet. TheGraes.com, is that right?
We
Graes
are
Music?
thegraes.com.
TheGraes.com.
So, yeah, we are the Graes, GRAES.com, and then at We Are the Graes. We try to make it as super easy as we can. But yeah, man, come and say hi on social media. We may not respond back until 3 to 5 business days, but you know, we're there.
Merchandise is on your website. Music is
man.
on your website.
Absolutely. Cassie made all of our t-shirts, so definitely buy one because there's literal sweat, tears, and cat hair and all of it. So
Seriously.
That's awesome. You guys are real chill, nice people too to talk with.
man, you guys have been super freaking awesome. We've enjoyed every second of this. This hour went by so
Yeah,
fast.
This is really fun.
Yeah, you guys really, you really sound good. Just nice people. Just great to be around. You know.
Love it, man.
So,
Thank you so much.
all right, we're gonna do. You want to do another live track to close out the show? Or you want to do a studio track? I'll leave it up to you. I mean, I'm ready either way.
We can
I
do Hurt
think.
by You.
Want to do Hurt by You?
Yeah, all right, we got a new one. This one is a little bit more upbeat. If you guys are cool with that.
All right.
This song's called "Hurt by You." We wrote this song because number one, Cassie is the queen of Irish goodbyes.
I used to be, but he wouldn't let me be anymore. It's
Yeah.
Mr. Social, and
I'm
so
Mr.
we have to say
Social.
bye to everyone in the room.
But you know, this song is just about being okay with burning bridges. You know, a lot of people say don't burn any bridges, but there's some bridges that are okay to burn because they're just not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Preach
so the
it.
song is called "Hurt by You." We're hopefully recording this one soon so that it'll be out there for everyone. But yeah, man,
Nice.
"Hurt by You" by the
All
Graes.
right, let's take it away.
I'm no good at goodbyes. I've got my bags packed, don't need no alibi. Oh, your exes and those, they're quite nice. But I don't need you wasting my time. Don't get me wrong, I still love you to death. Yes, I do. Can't shake this feeling that I'm still in debt. Debt to you. You and I both know that's nonsense. My callous heart is just a consequence of when I said hello to you. But you were just passing through. I wish I could turn back time and never apologize for being the one who was hurt by you. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison. But what do they say if I like the taste? I know it's important to forget and forget. Oh, but I'm still human. I should have known your face. favorite color's red and that's the only flag you own. Maybe it's just common sense that my confidence is just the slightest bit unknown. When you said that I needed you, 'twas a lie that I wish I knew. I wish I could turn back time and never apologize for being the one who was hurt by you. Hurt by you. Sticks and stones may crack my ribs, but I'll use them to burn those bridges down.
Cut you off now. My peace of mind's been found.
Dust remains from picture frames of memories that I don't wanna see.
It's been real, but you can kindly leave.
Sticks and stones may crack my ribs, but I'll use them to burn those bridges down.
Cut you off now.
Peace of mind's been found. Dust remains from picture frames of memories that I don't wanna see.
It's been real, but
You can kindly leave. I wish I could turn back time to back when I would realize that I'd be the one who was hurt by you. Hurt by
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The Graes, ladies and gentlemen. The Graes on Planet Z Live's Under the Radar. CJ and Cassie. Find them at thegraes.com. Graes. Merchandise, tour dates, music, all there. And Mike Daniel, you've hit record on your end, right, for these songs? Is that right?
Yeah, I got them tracked.
So we got these Michael Daniels recording at Audio Scribe Studios, the songs you've just heard with better quality, and he'll send those to me. We'll try to get those in rotation on Planet Z Live for
Heck yeah.
for the Graes. And next show is when?
Looks like we're going to be on next week, actually. What's the band, man? You've got, was it, it was Dakota Blue, isn't
There
it?
you go. Dakota Blue.
Heck yeah.
Dakota Blue, ladies and gentlemen, will be on the show. And then we got one coming up early October, Michael, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, the first Thursday of October, I believe. I can't remember. I think it's the 5th.
Yeah.
That's going to be Solar Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got a local band or know of anyone that'd like to be on the show for what we do, we'd appreciate that. You can message us at Planet Z Live on Facebook or planetzlive.com. You can contact us there. And there you go. The Graes, I've really enjoyed just hanging out with you guys tonight. It's just been actually just fun. Sitting around and chatting and playing good music the way I see it. You know what I mean?
We appreciate you guys, man. This was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing us out of hibernation.
It's
We've
past
been
9. It's
tucked
probably
away, man.
It's past the bedtime, isn't it right? Didn't you say it was 9 o'clock?
Oh yeah. We're usually in bed about 30 minutes. So
Well, there you go. I don't want to keep you guys out too late. We're going to play a couple more the Graes tracks, closing out the show here. Studio tracks. We're going to do 4-Leaf Clover, and we'll do Stay to add a little bonus here to the Under the Radar. I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Just appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much, man. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. All right. Under the Radar. And Mike Daniel, we'll be talking with you soon, and we'll catch up next week with yet another show with Dakota Blue on Planet Z
forward
Live's
to it.
Under the Radar. Right now, it's the Graes and 4-Leaf Clover. Talk to you later.
She said, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Maybe you could be my next adventure. I'm not looking for just any lover. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. Maybe we could find each other. Maybe you could be my one forever. I'm not looking for just any lover. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. Midnight, you could fall asleep on the phone line. I'll be driving to you all through the night. Cause I see you like the sunrise. If there's a shot in the dark, baby, I'll take it. And if there's promises you make, maybe you'll break it. And if your mama don't mind, maybe I'll take it. And if there's something on your mind, say it. She said, hello, it's nice to meet you. Maybe you could be my next adventure. I'm not looking for just any love. For a 4-leaf clover. What you doing at midnight? I can see myself in both of your hands, breaking your plans. So wave your head, rest like a slow dance underneath the moonlight. If there's a shot in the dark, baby, I'll take it. And if there's promises you made, maybe you'll break it. And if your mama don't mind, maybe I'll take it. And if there's something on your mind, just say it. Nice to meet you. Maybe you could be my next adventure. I'm not looking for just any love. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. Maybe we could find each other. Maybe you could be my one forever. I'm not looking for just any love. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. Nice to meet ya. Maybe you could be my next adventure. I'm not looking for just any love. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. Maybe we could find each other. Maybe you could be my one forever. I'm not looking for just any love. I'm just looking for a 4-leaf clover. If there's a shot in the dark, baby, I'll take it. And if there's promises you made, maybe you'll break it. And if your mama don't mind, maybe I'll take it. And if there's something on your mind, just say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Graes. They're live tonight on Under the Radar. This is their track, Stay. Talk to you later. Have a great rest of your weekend. Planetzlive Live.
Let's be honest, that was never something you were good at. I remember you would throw your empty words at me, and I came back for more. I came back for more. You claim to only want the best of me. Say you love me, then you up and leave. You made me wonder into someone else. You made me second guess about myself.